I didn't want to do it again. I knew instantly it was broken, and
So, Mission Impossible. The final reckoning is dropping soon, and honestly, I'm starting to think the real impossible mission is keeping Tom Cruise alive. Like, how is this man still functioning? While most actors fake a fall and call it a day, Tom's out here jumping off cliffs, hanging off planes, and free climbing skyscrapers like it's just cardio. And with the final chapter of the franchise on the way, he's not slowing down, he's doubling down. So buckle up, because we're counting down 15 times Tom Cruise nearly died on set, all in the name of movie magic. Hollywood, please give this man a chill pill. And before we start, if you like this video, hit that like button so we can serve you more juice. 15. The knife in the eye scene, Mission Impossible 2. Alright, so let's talk about the knife scene in Mission Impossible 2, aka the moment Tom Cruise said, "Yeah, just stop a sharp weapon 1 inch from my actual eyeball. What's the worst that could happen?" Spoiler, everything. The knife wasn't CGI, it was real, measured to stop exactly a 1/4 inch from his eye, and it was attached to a cable, like some medieval death pulley system. One tiny glitch and we'd be calling him Tom Fury, if you know what I mean. I mean, who needs therapy when you've got full trust in 2000s action rigging? This man treats danger like it's a love language. 14. Sliding down a glass roof, Mission Impossible. Ghost Protocol. Okay, picture this. Tom Cruise 123 floors up on the Burj freaking Khalifa, casually sliding down a glass roof like it's a playground slide. Except if he slipped, he'd be instant street art. And get this, he was wearing suction gloves. Not a harness, not wires. Suction gloves. One sweaty palm, one Dubai gust of wind. Game over. This wasn't just dangerous, it was delusional. The man said, "Gravity? Never heard of her." Meanwhile, the rest of us get vertigo standing on a chair. This stunt alone proves Tom isn't just fearless. He's fully in his villain origin era. 13. Flipping a helicopter in real life, Mission Impossible Fallout. Let's talk about the time Tom Cruise woke up and said, "You know what sounds fun? Learning to fly a helicopter and then flipping it into a canyon at full speed." Because that's exactly what he did for Mission Impossible Fallout. No stunt double, no green screen. He trained for weeks, not years, to become a licensed pilot and just to spiral a chopper like it's a fidget spinner from hell. Like, sir, some of us still panic when Waze says make a U-turn. But Tom, he's out here performing aerial gymnastics over rocky death zones. This man treats danger like it's an Olympic sport. 12th, rooftop chase gone wrong, Mission Impossible Fallout. Oh, you thought Mission Impossible Fallout was intense? Wait till you hear this one. Tom Cruise was doing a rooftop chase, jumped from one building to another, and snap, there goes his ankle, mid-air, like a human breadstick. But instead of yelling, "cut," like a normal mortal, Tom kept running, limped, finished the take. And guess what? They used that actual limp in the final cut. Method acting? Babe, this is masochist acting. The man really said, pain is temporary, cinema is forever. Meanwhile, if we stub a toe, we're out for a week with ice packs and emotional damage. 11th, motorcycle chase with no helmet, Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. So here's Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, absolutely flying through Moroccan highways at 100 miles per hour. With no helmet, no pads, not even a pair of dramatic sunglasses, just wind in his face and a contract with chaos. Like, sir, are you filming an action movie or auditioning to be a hood ornament? One pothole and it's mission irreversible. The wildest part? He insisted on doing every take himself. Meanwhile, most of us won't even ride a Lime scooter without double checking the brakes. Tom said safety regulations? Never heard of her. Just vibes, adrenaline, and a shocking lack of self-preservation. 10. Climbing a moving train, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. Alright, so Tom Cruise decided green screens are for cowards and filmed a full-on fight scene on top of a moving train in Dead Reckoning Part 1. And not just any train, a vintage steam beast chugging through the twisty landscapes of Norway. He's up there running, punching, balancing like it's America's next top daredevil. One wrong step and he's doing cartwheels into the fjords. No wires, no chill, just full chaos energy. Honestly, the train had more safety features than Tom did. It's giving Hogwarts Express if Harry had unresolved trauma and a death wish. Cruise really said, final destination? Let's test it. 9. Jumping out of a plane at 25,000 feet, Mission Impossible Fallout. Okay, now this one, certified unhinged. In Mission Impossible Fallout, Tom Cruise did a real halo jump. That's high altitude, low opening for us mere mortals. From 25,000 feet in the air, he had to jump at dusk, wear an oxygen mask, and land on a target within a 3-minute window, or it was desert pancake time. Oh, and did we mention they only had one usable take because of the lighting? This man said, let's skydive into death's DMs and see what happens. Honestly, the only thing higher than that jump was Tom's tolerance for adrenaline. 8. Hanging off a moving plane, Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. Tom Cruise really looked at a moving airplane and said, yeah, I'm gonna ride that thing like it's a roller coaster from hell. In Rogue Nation, he was literally strapped to the outside of a military aircraft as it took off. No CGI, no soundstage, just Tom, a pair of contact lenses, and prayers. They shot it 8 times. 8. That's 8 chances to catch a rogue pigeon to the face or get turned into a human kite. And through all that, he still had to act. Sir, how do you deliver dialogue while clenching for dear life and dodging bird poop? Iconic. Unwell. Legendary. 7. Underwater vault scene. Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. Tom Cruise in Rogue Nation said, underwater vault scene? No problem. I'll hold my breath for 6 minutes. And he didn't just pretend to breathe underwater. He trained for months to pull it off. But get this, during one take, he missed his cue and stayed under for way too long. The crew legit thought they were about to witness the world's most dramatic water burial. I mean, who needs oxygen when you're acting, right? Spoiler? He lived, barely. I'd have been gasping for air and therapy after that stunt. Tom isn't just playing Mission Impossible, he's living it. 6. Rock climbing with no safety gear. Mission Impossible 2. Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible 2 took the phrase cliffhanger a little too literally. That epic rock climbing scene? Yeah, that's him hanging off Dead Horse Point in Utah with no safety gear, no harness, no net, just a bit of chalk, faith, and possibly an underlying death wish. The man looked at that towering cliff, shrugged, and thought, you know what would be great for the box office? A near-death experience. Meanwhile, we get nervous climbing onto a chair to grab the top shelf cereal. Tom's over here literally climbing death for fun. 5. Getting dragged by a truck in rush hour. Mission Impossible 3. In Mission Impossible 3, Tom Cruise took high-octane action to a whole new level by clinging to the side of a moving truck in downtown Shanghai. Like, no big deal. Just hanging on while traffic is flying past at breakneck speeds. Oh, and did I mention, he miscalculated the traffic flow and almost got flattened by a car in the next lane. Imagine dying because a random person in a Toyota Corolla didn't check their blind spot. That's how Tom almost went out. And he was doing all this while acting. Talk about an Oscar-worthy performance. If he hadn't been crushed first. 4th, wing walking on a World War I plane. Upside down, Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning Part 2. In Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning Part 2, Tom Cruise looked at a World War I biplane and thought, you know what would be fun? Standing on top of that thing, mid-air, with no harness. But wait, it gets better. Not only did he stand there like a human weather vane, the plane flipped upside down mid-flight, and he just kept chilling. Casual, right? Like, who doesn't enjoy getting flipped while strapped to a 100-year-old plane? Meanwhile, the rest of us panic if we're not buckled in tight enough on a commercial flight. Tom really said extreme sports, just another Tuesday for me. 3. Hanging off the Burj Khalifa. Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. Let's talk about the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world. And what does Tom Cruise do? He runs, jumps, and swings off the actual glass exterior like he's in an urban jungle gym. No CGI, no safety net, just Tom. 123 floors of Please Don't Look Down and the world watching in horror. Oh, and did I mention a single gust of wind? He's going from Mission Impossible to Mission Pancake. But does that stop Tom? Nah. He just casually treated this death-defying stunt like it was a morning jog. Meanwhile, most of us freak out trying to open a stubborn jar. 2. Jumping a dirt bike off a cliff. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 took daredevil energy to a whole new level when he jumped a dirt bike off a cliff and then base jumped midair. Like, sure, let's throw in some skydiving for fun, right? He did 6 takes of this stunt and each one had its own deadly potential. One delay in the parachute pull and he's mountain pizza. Pull it too early, he's crashing into the ground like a human lawn dart. And if he timed it just a second too late, roll credits. I can't even get my coffee right in the morning. And here's Tom jumping jumping off cliffs with the kind of precision that makes the Fast and Furious look like a Sunday drive. 1. Holding his breath during an underwater fight after a concussion, unreleased footage. Alright, brace yourselves because this one is mind-blowing. Tom Cruise was filming an intense underwater fight scene when he hit his head, got a mild concussion, and instead of screaming "cut," he just kept going while holding his breath underwater. The man was literally seeing stars, possibly in a literal and figurative sense, but did he stop? Nope. He asked for a retake. This isn't just method acting, this is borderline supernatural resilience. Imagine being concussed, underwater, struggling for air, and still being like, let's do that again, but with more intensity. Tom Cruise isn't just a man, he's a force of nature. And there you have it. Tom Cruise, the human adrenaline machine, constantly pushing the limits of insanity for our entertainment. Which stunt shocked you the most? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, subscribe to Pop Radar, and hit that bell for more jaw-dropping movie gossip and behind-the-scenes madness.